This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, very good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome back. So last session, we're just trying to set up certain components and so we were just trying to set up certain components and their logging, right? So we just did that particular one. So we're just going to continue that. Okay, so CD Ansible, let's expressible if any. So CD RoboShop project, let's sh launch instances.sh and launch front end. Launch MongoDB or Mongo, I think, right? Launch Mongo and catalog. Okay, so now so first on the front end. Okay, so file bit configuration, some error in the file bit configuration. So what is the error? Okay, some when is okay, when is not completely done. All right. So here file bit.yml. So yesterday we were actually trying to do this and it was not done properly. Okay, if else in Jinja 2. In Jinja 2. Okay, Jinja 2 templating basically. So how if condition, if else works actually. Yesterday only the main documentation only we would have been having it. Not this. Jinja 2. You go to the main documentation itself in the templating language. So there you will see some statements somewhere. Yeah, something like this. If it is if basically if and if you are having else if, so then this is the syntax. You see this? If this one and elif actually, so you cannot actually give directly if, and or also we didn't give any kind of this one, so it actually elif. If component equal to front end, then do this. If component equal to catalog or component equal to card or equal to user, you do this, and then end if. Okay, so this is what you have given, and end if, and if, and if. Okay, fine. I think this works. Let's go and run this. Okay, and restart file bits, restart file bit service. It's done now. Okay, so probably it started pushing the logs. So I can just go to here, reload indices. So today log also should be coming up here. Today's log not coming. So then what's happening? Let's see. Front end tail-app slash var log messages. Okay, might be there are no logs at all. So ls-log slash var log nginx and then access. See this access.log itself is not there because there are no access happened at all. So if I just go to the front end, if I hit this on the browser, so you're not getting it. Why? Because nginx service is not started. Yeah, makes sense. So vim slash etc nginx dot nginx default.enroboshop.conf file. So we have only catalog is actually which is working until here. Okay. So now if I try to refresh, it should start getting it. And so that's where it should generate some log now. So generating the log should pump now. So you see this, now it just connected to trying to connect, and actually seems to be it is not able to connect to 5044 to the ELK instance. I'm not sure what is the reason. So let's go and connect to ELK box once, and let's see what is happening there. So 5044 report is not there. So systemctl enable logstash is not there. So that's the reason it didn't started. Okay. So start logstash -f log. So now it says this one says that connection is established. Okay, so which is fine. And so if I go here, so I should see today's index. Yeah, 03. Got this? Yeah. All right. So which is fine. And so the MongoDB is kind of next. Mongo. So Mongo is done. And then the next one is catalog. So yesterday we observed one problem with the catalog that, so we are not adding certain fields, basically like JSON, like yesterday. So today we added this particular JSON fields. So let's see how it's gonna work. Okay, done. So let me log into the server. cd/var log tail-f catalog.log. Okay, it's coming. Fine. And just to avoid this deprecation message, I think day before yesterday we have seen that Node.js ignore deprecation warning. So we need to update these particular options actually. No deprecation. Okay, so which is to this, to this, to this. All right, and the next thing is yeah, the JSON lines, right? So now today, so let's see what's happening. So tail-f/var log var log messages. So file bit has been pushed. Okay, so let's go to the indexes and see that whether it is today the logs for catalog came in. Yes, the logs for catalog came in, but I want to check out whether those are actually coming in the JSON format. Yesterday was not in a JSON format. Today, if I go to catalog, so Feb 3rd, so in the last 15 minutes, these are the logs which we got it. So the last log which you got, yes, it is taking it up. Okay. So now how can I say that it is taking it up? So you can just see here, certain fields, basically like started on no 8080, only one piece it is showing. So you can see this started on 8080 message. The next one would be MongoDB, right? So like that. So I can see that level should be info or PID, so the process ID. MNOP, yeah, PID, you take this. Okay, so like this you're getting, so that means the fields are coming it up, no issues. Cool, this is working fine. All right, so now let's go and quickly set it up the other components. Okay, and let's see how it's gonna behave, or we're going to get all the logs basically. And so sh launch instance.sh launch Redis, and user cart. Okay, all right. So we just update the routes. We already made it. Okay. Okay, so the next one is card also will make it in the meantime. But in the meantime, um, log into the user, or if I check the logs over here, so I should be getting the user logs. Go to the go to the stack management and index management, and I am not really seeing any logs which are coming from card. Okay, so let me see what is the wrong there, or user basically. So the user service, I go here and I can just go here. Slash var log cd/var log ls. Okay, so cat user.log, you got it. And the next thing is so tail hyphen yeah, our cat/etc file b cat/etc file bit. I think it didn't run at all. File bit is not there. That's the reason. So the code. Okay, go to the catalog and you see this is include the file bit role, but in the cart it seems we didn't update it. Yes, and also the user also we might have not updated. Main. Okay. And that is the reason. So we'll just need to rerun once again. Okay, so the file bit service is done. So one more time the user. So at least we'll be getting the cart logs now. Why I'm not getting cart logs? Okay, cart is ready. So the file bit is not running. Okay, file bit is not able to send the logs directly. No outputs defined. No outputs are defined. Okay. Yes, there might be some problems again with the my file bit.yml file. So what you are doing here, if it's only for catalog, you are doing this. Okay. So or you have to do this for also. One more run unnecessarily. Okay, but yeah. Okay. Okay, we might have done in user. Yeah, it's running. And now if I just come back here and go to here, try to reload, go to the user log. Okay, fine. So the same way now you just fix the cart as well. So the next one, in the meantime, okay, let it be. I want to skip the MySQL and I want to directly go with the shipping service. Okay. So and also these logs will definitely come in JSON file. So if you want actually to check it out, so you can go to the index patterns and you will say create index pattern. So it's user star. So that means all the user indexes will come into picture. Just use the timestamp and create the index. All right. So this is what you have. And so the next thing is user. So user, you got some log lines, and ultimately this has to be some process ID is coming, message is coming only this much, level is coming as info. So this is actually coming in proper JSON format. It's already cutting into pieces, so no problem there. And the next thing again, stack management. So probably index management. This card also is came up here. So that means index patterns. You can just go and say that, so card. This one next, just go timestamp and next returns. Okay, so which is fine. All right, so now I want to directly go to the shipping service, avoiding I want to go to the shipping instances, avoiding MySQL. If you avoid MySQL, what's going to happen? It's going to fail basically, right? So I want to make it fail. Okay, why? Because we want to deal with certain scenarios basically here. And you go to the shipping and you go for routes. And I go to the shipping service and I go to the task main.yml file. You have the file bit, which is fine. But now, yeah, for the file bit, so this one, what do we have here? For shipping, what do you have here? So you don't have anything. So we will say elif if component is equal to shipping var log shipping.log file. Okay, so we are going to ship the log, which is var log, and if it is a shipping, so we would like to use our component is equal to, if it is equal to shipping. Okay, done. So now I will go and give such make inventory. Okay, cool. And I just log into the shipping. So now shipping log is tricky. Where log shipping.log. Now you see this, you're getting the log, which is fine, but this log line is a little bit tricky. Okay, so here is how your log syntax is looking like. Okay, so but it is having a multi log lines. This is the problem. You see this is the whole all new message somewhere until here. It's actually the whole one message. This is the problem. Okay, so but those problems can be addressed actually with the file bit. We can address those particular problems, but how do you address? But before to that, I just want to go with taking this particular log line. Okay, taking this log line, and I would like to go with make some pattern first of all. Okay, so how do we make the pattern? You know that, so right? So graph this one. This is the one you are having the log line. Every log line is more or less same way. So the percentile first one is year. Okay, you can always refer the patterns going here. Okay, if you don't know the patterns, you can just go to the pattern and you refer the patterns from here. So since I'm aware of those basics, basically I'm just trying to go for month. You got the month and percentile month. Actually it's a number, it's not month, actually it's a month number. Okay, month number, it's not month. Month means Jan, Feb, like that. And percentile basically, so month, day. Okay, and space percentile, so a word. Okay, so colon percentile percentile minute, basically colon percentile second. Okay, and dot and percentile, it's a number, basically it's a milliseconds number, and dot is actually taking it as some character. You just escape that so that it just not a number, probably integer. Yeah, it just takes the integer, and it's actually okay going to be is milliseconds. Okay, so fine. Or if you have some milliseconds, okay, or you can take some timestamp. So the timestamp is basically something like this: year, month, number, this one. Or you want to map it with simply one thing. So I can just go here and I just want to take the timestamp at one shot. So you can give percentile. So the timestamp is completely taken, and the seconds is 42.044. Directly it has taken. Okay, so yeah, this way also you can give a try. It's okay if you want to. Okay, the next one is a percentile. It's a word. Basically, it's telling that so level. Okay, so it's actually telling a level. So the level is error or info or whatever it is, and then you have some space percentile. You have some integer, and that integer is called as process ID, okay, the PID if you want in case. And after that, so you're having hyphen, so 3 hyphens you're having. If I hope every log line is having 3 lines without any issues. Yeah, and after that, so you have some so square bracket open and percentile yes, you have some multiple spaces, and you have a word, okay, and escape on this one. So actually percentile space is this one, this. So how many number of spaces might be there, we don't know, so it can be multiple spaces. Just to map that, I have given it this way, and this word is also a caps basically, okay. So you got it, all right. So now the spaces is okay, and the word is basically is class name. It's a class name, it's a main class or some subclass, it's actually the class name basically, okay. So class name, the main class, and probably so here is something you have it, okay. So you have some string. So the next one which you have is percentile, some string. Does it take it? No. Quoted string you have. So you have some data. So let's use some data. Okay. Data also now is coming. So what can be suitable here? So probably this is mostly for the Java. So on the left side, if you go for Java, so Java class, Java file, Java okay, this is something like, so Java class. Okay, if I go for Java class, what you are getting? Java class, are you getting anything? No. I will just take this. Okay, so Java class is taking Java class name actually is being taken here. Okay, so cool. So it's actually there, and the rest of the data is completely okay. Space is gone, and you have some colon and percentile. So the left of the data is the message greedy data. So the left message is greedy data I'm giving. Okay, so this is what you have it. Okay, so this is the match which you're getting it. Okay, so this is okay, fine. So this is the pattern which you're going to so put it to the log stash. Okay, and if you go here, so vim and /etc log stash, and then conf.d and then the conf. So now here it's gonna be okay, if else in log stash, or you can directly write the if also, which is fine. So which is if, okay, elds of app is equal to shipping, then grok the braces once again, then grok match is equal to message is equal to Okay, fine. I think all good. So just 7 quit. So systemctl restart log stash. So shipping service failed is okay. Systemctl restart. So systemctl status file bit. Okay, file bit is not there. Seriously? Let us see. Okay, first let's fix that. So shipping you gave, and in the shipping service, I think I gave it. No. Okay. Okay, and now I go back again. Tail -app / log messages. Okay, established. It start pushing the log. Okay, let it push the log. The problem, you know that. Okay, so the multi-log lines actually is going to come up, and let's go to the index management. So you will see this FIELDS of app. Okay, let me just check it out. The cat /etc file beat and then file beat .yml file. Okay, so you didn't got the fields actually. We missed to give the fields. Yes. Yeah. So this particular piece is missing. Okay, so you got the shipping.log. Okay, so the shipping.log, you got 208 lines. Okay, even 312 lines. So the problem with over here is, so just create index pattern. So you go for shipping star next index pattern. Okay, you go to the shipping here, go to the dashboard, and you go to the shipping. So then what's the problem you're going to see here is, the problem you're going to see here is everything is going to come up in a new line. You see this? Okay, so and also it is telling that, and also it is telling that, so the graph path failure for this particular line, because this line is not a complete line, it's a part of some other log. Okay, so the major problem you're going to face here is the multi-log lines, var log shipping.log. Okay, shipping.log. So this is the problem. So you're going to see multi-lines. So now how do I address these particular multi-lines? Okay, so systemctl stop file beat, let it stop sending the logs. Okay, and I'll go to the VIM slash, so for time being, so file beat, and then file beat, and then file beat dot YML file. Okay, so here, so what we can do is we can just go for multi-line patterns. Okay, so where do you have that is, I think you can go to Azure DevOps. We have some file out there, wiki file beat. So now here you're having some multi-line. So multi-line pattern. Okay, multi-line pattern, what you have to do is, so you have to give this one, this line. Okay, okay, so the multi-line pattern, so what we are actually observing from these log lines is, these log lines actually is every log line is actually starting with a number. Okay, 4-digit number. So that's the pattern. Okay, every log line is actually starting with a 4-line pattern. Okay, so that's where you go with cap. Okay, even 0 to 9 is also fine. Like, let's say one number is fine, but still I want to just put the pattern. So let's say 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9, and then 0 to 9. Okay, so that's the multi-line negative is, multi-lines are true. Yes, of course, multi-lines are true, and match line not. So this is what the lines I'm just making. And so before actually going and applying it, let me go to the index patterns, and or let me go to the index management. Let's remove the old index. Let's stop the old logs. Delete index. And also let me var log shipping.log. Let's empty the log, and systemctl restart file beat, systemctl restart shipping. So tail -f / var log shipping.log file. You got it? Yeah. So tail -f / var log. So it's trying to push the log now. I think we should go to the shipping.log now. The shipping.log line is actually giving only 24 lines now. Previously, it's not giving like a chunk like how you had earlier, right? Like 300 lines immediately, something like that. So now you go there, go to the discover, but let's confirm from the UI. So my log line actually, if you see here, at least, okay, so this line actually is a parse failure, parse failure. It is telling why. Why this one, the graph parse failure? Let's take this line and go to the graph pattern here. You give here, it's failing. What is the reason? some spaces issues only. So here you got two spaces. So here you got two spaces. So the multiple spaces can be addressed with the space. Okay. So okay. So that is the simple reason, and which I need to update it in my logs. So once again, let's go to index management. Open in another tab. So now you got the once again the shipping.log. Let's go back again. Go to the we have another window of this. So now try to refresh the shipping. You got some logs. So now try to go here and see what is this log is actually telling. So this log is actually having the multi-log line. You see this? All these log line is actually saying that it is multi-line. Okay. So and beats this is applied basically. Okay. So that means log stash applied properly. All right. So this is what you have, and also you have here, so this is a single line. So it's all proper. So this is the scenario of multi-log lines. This is the scenario of multi-log lines. Okay, so that's how we came up with the multi-log lines. All right, so and we are getting the things. Now launch instance.sh, and then I'll go for ch mysql. Okay, so you update the routes of MySQL. And so here inventory.sh. Sorry. So let's now go with and set up MySQL. Okay, so that's done. And now I will go for launch instances of RabbitMQ, followed with payment. And with payment, again, we'll get some other scenarios of the log lines. Okay, so let's find it out. So now just go for routes. Okay, cool. Make inventory. Okay, cool. And we will just quickly go to the shipping payment service, sudo ssh this one, and the cat slash etc file beat. It's not there. I thought of adding, I forget again. Payment task main.yml file. So whatever you have here, you can just go to here and import that and add it, which is fine. Now another thing I want to check it out, is everything ready for my this one? Okay, not ready really. Okay, so here, yeah, another thing we actually forget to add here for this guy, we need to add this multi-line patterns. And how that multi-line patterns, let me just go to cat what is that inventory. So if we just go to the shipping guy, so this one, and cat slash etc file beat, and then file beat dot YAML file. So we need to add these lines as a part of a template. So for shipping only this needs. Okay. And what is the next thing I would like to check here is, or I would like to do here is, so if it is a case of payment, so it's actually going to be payment.log file and app is payment. Okay, so this also gets some tricky scenarios. So how do you deal with that? So we will see that now. Okay, so let's push this much, and over here also, if or component is equal to payment. Okay, so then do that. Quickly run once again. Okay, it ran up. All right. So I will just go to sudo ssh this one. Okay, so cat slash etc file beat and then file beat dot YAML file. Is everything good? Okay. So now here I wanted to go with cat slash var log payment dot log file. So this log line is also something different now. So it actually is just trying to put it in a plain text. Okay, you just try to put the log lines in a plain text. Okay, this is the problem with this particular payment service. No, there is no order, there is no proper thing, so this is just something. Okay, but I would like to go with a front end here, and I would like to try to refresh here. So you are not getting the categories. Why? I think the configuration. vam/etc njnx default.d and roboshop.conf file. Yeah, catalog is enabled only. Restart Nginx. Okay, so it's all good here. I think all good. Okay, then why it is not working? Tail -f / var log nginx. Then so what is the problem we did here? Categories you are getting a 404. Go here, try to refresh. You're not really getting categories, and categories is giving 404, page not found. Okay, why? Mm, hmm. It's actually not 80 ports. So these are changed, right? So 80 ports. 80 ports. 80 port. 80 port. 80. Okay, so the list of categories, try to register. Just go for okay, fine, and go to some product and just click on add to cart. So it adding to the cart is a problem. So what's the problem with the carts? Even the same port number issues. Okay, so let's go to the cart server, inventory, cart. Okay, so VIM/etc system the system cart.service file. So catalog port is again 8080, not 80. Redis catalog. So systemctl daemon-reload systemctl restart. Now I say to cart. Now add it to cart. Now go there, check out. You should get list of countries. Yes, and you go for Sydney, something, calculate, confirm. So again, something problem with the ports only. Actually, we moved from 8080 port to 80 ports in the configurations, basically. So that's where we're getting there. Okay, so cat inventory, and you will see shipping service to this one, VIM/etc systemd and then systems to build out service. So here also you're talking to the cart endpoint is on this one. Okay, just click on save and restart systemctl daemon-reload systemctl restart shipping. Okay, so click on to cart once again, check out. Form. Now you got it. So just go for pay now. Pay now might not happen again. The payment side also it is the same issues. 4 issues. SSH. Okay, you are in payment. So VIM/etc systemd and system payment service file. So here all ports are 80. Change it to 8080. Change it to 8080. tail -f / var log payment.log file. Okay, so let's go back to the cart once again. Oh, it cleared up because you went to the payment. Okay, all right. So let me add something else. There's a bug actually. The cart is not completely getting cleared. Add to cart, go to the cart, click on checkout, and this one, something, confirm. Now what happened to shipping? Previously it moved. So failed with 404. Yeah, and go to the cart. Now cart also throwing error. Nice. CD that /etc system /etc system D and then system / service. So how come it actually changed? Okay, it's port 8080 only. Daemon reload systemctl stop part service ctl. So cart side you're getting add is API cart add is happening 404 m/etc njnx and then default.dn roboshop.conf files. It's all 8080 only, right? So cart-dev is called an 8080. Why? So the user service is also giving 500 errors. Okay. Login. I'm able to log in. So VIM/etc system slash dot service, some ports here and there. It is host Mongo. That's it. Mongo is also fine. All servers are up and running. I'm just wondering why I'm getting that log. So systemctl restart ginx. Okay. But how come it started working in the starting? SSH card -dev dot dev.pk cat slash etc system d system service catalog port 8080. So cat slash var log cart log. So request errored, which request errored? Failed with status code. I don't know what's this error basically. So Redis is configured currently not able to persistent online. So there is some error on the catalog side only. It's not cart actually which is having an issue. But dev.53.pk. Okay, so this guy is telling that request is completed. Someone asked the request, so I send the request. So that's what this guy is telling. Then where is the problem residing? Hmm. No, I'm wondering for the first time how it got bugged, and later what I changed. I didn't change anything on the cart side. Then how it started working. I think we're almost a bit time up, but let's give it one try and we'll see not working tomorrow. So here, so VIM slash etc systemd system slash card service file, and here the port is 8080 ETL reload card is ready, right? Okay, please check the Redis log for more details of the RDB log. Okay, it's about the Redis. All right. So cat slash etc, but here somehow it is telling that Redis is ready. etc system, sorry, yeah. System cdl restart Redis. just cancel the restart Redis. So kill -9 process Redis. So systemctl stop Redis, and then start Redis, and then you got it. Now you run the log file. Now you got some connection refused, and again you got the connection ready for Redis. And if I say add to cart, so something problem with the cart service. Okay, checkout and shipping, Sydney, calculate, confirm, and just click on pay now. We're expecting the payment. Now since we got the payment, so now as I said, ship payment dev.tk. Okay, now look for the var log payment.log. Okay, now you see this. So certain logs were there, and these logs are also there. Okay, now certain logs started coming into picture when there was any kind of messages which is hidden by the application. So now once you hit the application, you're getting some logs, and those logs are actually starting with a square bracket and with a number. Okay, so this is the pattern I want to bring it up. And also along with this, you are having some starting with PID. So the PID is really not needed. I think as of now we can ignore them. It's only like giving the how much time, how much data it has served. The major information resides actually, so the user, the payment details. Okay, most of them actually coming up in this format. Okay, so now I want to only include the lines which is related to this. So vim/etc systemd, filebit, and then filebit.yml file. So here you need to go with only include underscore lines. So there is a configuration available there for that. So include exclude lines. If you just go a bit up, yes, here is a line. Okay, so include lines, exclude lines. You can do either of the way. So include lines, I want to say that. So it should start with a square bracket. Okay, it should start with a square bracket. Yeah. So start with a square bracket and like let's say 0 to 9. Okay, so that is a pattern I want to give, and give systemctl restart file beat tail-f. So now if you go here, you might see already some payment came in. So let's remove those payment lines. Delete index. Let's empty the file, and systemctl restart payment tail-f/var log payment.log file. Now you got so many lines once again have got generated. Okay, now if I go once again to the UI and try to make another payment, so add to cart, checkout, this one, confirm, pay now. You did the payment, you got some log lines. Now you go here in the UI, try to see the payment. So you should see the payment, but you're not seeing the payment. So there might be some reason for that. Okay, so tail-f/var. Okay, so actually systemctl status filebit is actually a failure, and the reason for the failure, /var log messages, and the filebit actually failed with an error. Okay, line number 8. See this filebit YAML file, line number 8. So vim/etc filebit and then filebit.yaml file. Include underscore lines is given as this. Okay, so some pattern out there is something wrong. Could be wrong. if I do that way, it's okay. Let's see. System CTL restart. Repeat. F log messages. I think it started now. Yeah. So that escape character is not needed. So I think that's okay now. And now if I go here and try to refresh, you should see the payment log and you have total 36 lines. So all 36 lines came in, then it's not working then again. Okay. So just if I go to here and if I go to index patterns, just create an index pattern. So which is payment and then next step, timestamp and create index pattern. And you got it. Index management, you're going to get this. So the payment here. It's already too late. We'll stop here anyhow. So we just got into some kind of ending. So tomorrow we try to fix this particular payment, and we have all the logs running over there. So you're getting unnecessary logs also. You're getting unnecessary logs of, yeah, your process number is so 6991. All these unnecessary log lines are also coming. So those logs lines should not come. So I need to find out a way. So how can I also kind of deal with this? Okay. So yeah, so that particular part. So probably tomorrow we can. So we can take it up in the tomorrow session. So that's all for today. Yeah. Any questions? Any questions? Confusions? Okay, so just I am a little bit curious. Let's close this particular part. I think actually, so here it is gonna be, you can search it with this way. Okay, so I think a dot character can help you there. Okay, so starts with dot. Okay, so more specific. So starting is what I missed, I think. So dot character I'm keeping, and just go and give restart file bit and log messages, and I'll go to the index pattern. So just curious to close this. Basically, let's not prolong too much tomorrow. Now if I do one more payment, card checkout, confirm, pay now. Yep, the payment happened. So now it should start shipping the logs. Now while it's shipping the log, so I'm just going to see the payment log. The payment.log, you got only 10 lines. Okay, and if you go here and if you just try to refresh the log, so you got only 10 lines, and those 10 lines are actually starting with 2021 and starting with 2021, all starting with 2021. Like this, you can go with the scenario of, okay, so putting only certain log lines and you can exclude some lines, or you can exclude some lines and you keep everything. So it's up to you, how do you pick it up? So you have include lines, exclude lines, both the things, and yeah, so you can deal with that accordingly. All right, so this is how, so probably we push the logs, and tomorrow we'll just continue with the remaining effort. Basically, the remaining effort is we'll, so go with the dashboard. So we need to create some dashboards now. So I have to go to the dashboards and put some metrics, and I want to understand what is my application doing. Okay, my application behavior. So how that is happening, we'll see in tomorrow's session. Yeah. So that's all for today. So probably we'll continue in tomorrow. Bye.